Well, hi. I was not ready, to be honest. Third Decan of Taurus, May 11th to May 20th. Pearl, Saturn. In the third Decan of Taurus, we are encountering the last dimension of the fixed and dedicated form of the earth element, which is embodied in the mythological figure of Asclepius, the healer and hero who brought medical science to society. Welcome in. So this is a night reading. So my voice is not going to get very loud. I'm also using my mic, so I'm really hoping this comes through well. I was actually pulling my bed back out. I have a fold-up bed. And I actually did a healing session on my son. He broke his arm and he just got a cast. So we were doing some sound healing and frequency healing and sensory. I have different modalities that I've been led to for certain reasons. I'm not going to explain it. I'd be here all day. But I was coming to sit down or pull out the bed, and it was like a resounding, no, you have to go grab a card. And it's funny because earlier I thought I was going to pull some cards, and I walked over. I have all of my cards in a row up against the wall, and I'll like scan them, and usually I'll be drawn to one. And it really, really works. If you're ever in doubt, trust yourself. If you're not being led to any, it's for a reason, because you're processing something, and that's okay. Go with it. We experience that from time to time. So, I ended up grabbing a couple, and then two of them were out from earlier that I never even pulled from. So I feel like this was divinely guided, and we're both about to get some pretty interesting messages. So I'm going into this blind. So, once was blind, but now we see. Oh my gosh, brain. The philosopher in me is just astounded by the whole coming lost and then being found. Like, you can't be found until you're lost. The duality or the polarity, like accepting that's what this is. Like, we can make it better. The reality is that there are universal laws that we have to abide by, or they will smack us in the face with reality. Excuse me. Pardon me. Went to the ER and came back with a little something myself. So, anyway, sing, O muses of Asclepius, son of Apollo, whose talent in the healing arts was so great that he ascended to godhood on the strength of his abilities alone. Though the son of Apollo, the god of the sun, Asclepius was born mortal to the princess Coronis of Thessaly. Princess Coronis was beloved of Apollo, but she herself did not love him in return, and betrayed him by taking another lover. Upon learning of the affair, Artemis, Apollo's twin sister and goddess of the moon, slew Cor- Cornus. I could say it a second ago. What is happening? 5:15. In a fit of rage, Asclepus was born of his mother's funeral pyre, cut from her by Apollo himself. Apollo raised the child and taught him much about the art of medicine and herbs. Though he was not Asclepius's only tutor, the child of Apollo was also instructed by the centaur Chiron, the wounded healer, 9 of Wands, who later taught Achilles. Ooh, Trojan War. Okay. So Asclepius grew to manhood, nourished on knowledge, honing his vast and innate talent against the whetstone of experience. Talent is a precious gift, but without refinement, it is rarely enough on its own. It must be nurtured and cultivated. He traveled far and wide, collecting rare herbs and learning local wisdom to increase his store of medicinal knowledge. Wherever he went, excuse me, guys. Wherever he went, people stood in awe of his supreme talent. He healed the lame, and restored sight to the blind. Once was blind, but now I see. That's cool. He drove leprosy from the rotting limbs of the unfortunate. He brought forth children from their mothers' wombs, and he did not stop there, for Asclepius was as kind as he was talented. He healed the birds of the air and the beasts of the fields as well. He healed the bull, the boar, and even the serpent. Eventually, Asclepius came to Crete, where King Minos ruled. Minos had a son. All these names, guys. Glaucus, a most adventurous youth. With Asclepius was staying at the royal court. Glaucus fell into a vat of honey and drowned. King Minos demanded that Asclepius restore the youth to life using his medical arts. However, resurrecting the dead was not a secret he possessed. Regardless, King Minos commanded Asclepius be thrown in prison until he relented, and in prison he stayed. He cried out to the moon above, to his aunt Artemis for freedom, and the sun as it passed, asking his father Apollo for aid. And though they heard him and sorrowed greatly, they did not intervene directly. Instead, they sent a serpent to him. The same one he had healed in the past. So in the past, there was somebody that was a snake in your life, and you helped heal them. Maybe you didn't even know this, and now they're coming back into your life to actually help you. That's really cool. That's really cool. I was wondering why Spirit was like, you're not going to read this whole thing. But I wanted to stop because I was like, well, why? Why am I reading this whole thing? Usually I would read it and then summarize it, find the message in it. Spirit's like, no, start the camera. I'm like in this whole energy of just allowing and going with the flow, like Virgo energy, analytical. The left brain is like dwindling out, and we're like stepping into this flow, divine feminine energy. I love it. I'm learning as I go. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you need help with it? you want to talk about it? I'm excited, guys. Um, so this is really good news. Also, the serpent can just mean that you could be experiencing another Kundalini rising for some. Um, or this is your first time. So you're doing breath work, going inward, doing a lot of self-reflection, finding those hidden gems. You're very talented. You're very talented. I feel like you've been healing people and you didn't even know it. Obviously, that's what I always said. Yeah, you don't give, yeah, you're going to have some kind of perception change. Maybe going near a body of water would be very beneficial because they're very flowy. It's going to help. It's a conduit, you know, it helps pick up uh, what spirit's putting down and what you need to pick up. Also, talking to the moon. I don't know why I just tried doing that when I know that my throat is like jacked up. Talking to the moon. They are entities. They are vibrations. They are frequencies. We are so powerful. God, we are so powerful. Maybe you're playing with your magic. Maybe you're learning to um, utilize the circumstances that are being provided to you and finding a way to make it work for you, which is big boss energy. I feel like also you need to be aware that some lessons you do have to go through. You do need to learn them. Like he was crying out, and Artemis and Apollo, the twins, they were very sorrowful. Like, we want to help you, but we can't directly. We have to send you other means, other sources, other allies. So maybe somebody you expected to get help from or wanted, asked for help from, isn't going to be the one that is actually going to be helping you. So remain open-minded, flow with the experience. Tell yourself, create these internal mantras to repeat to yourself throughout the day. I stay in the present moment. I live in the here and now. I see the blessings and miracles that are right in front of me. It helps open up that perspective in the visualization or visual acuity. Yeah, okay. We can go with that. Visual acuity to perceive other dimensions and realities that are co-creating. They are co-creating, but coexisting with us. And it's not in the way you think, you know. It's not in it. It's not. It won't fit the picture or the box that you imagined for it. If you know, you know. Whoever you are, though, I really like your energy. Very zen or like surrendering, accepting. Yeah. Not setting up a storyline to get disappointed or be let down. I just heard your standards for others, Like the bar is really low. Like you don't expect anything from anybody anymore. Man, you must have went through some stuff, some shit. Like, yeah, it takes a lot to get to that point. Or if somebody's just very highly evolved, you know, these new souls, you know, some of them don't have to learn these lessons, which is beautiful to see. I love it. But for others, like the parents and grandparents of these kids, have lots of unhealed trauma. You know, I just saw a video that grandparents aren't like they are. It was labeled people in their why people in their 30s are so exhausted, and she was pointing out that like back in the day there was sweet old grannies, you know, granny pop up and hey, granny's here, huh? But currently the grandparents were experiencing, not everybody, I get that, but for a majority of them, you know, we don't have that. I actually resonated with that video. Yeah, millennials, we don't want to leave our children with them. Some of us move a couple states away because they they do things that we would never do. They're not like us. Kendrick Lamar, they're not like us at all. Like, and the more us people pleasers are trying to understand them, we're racking our brain. Our empathy is driving us crazy. You know, we're like, oh my God, like we feel so much and we never just stop and ask the question, why? Why do I feel so much? Why is this literally ripping me apart? I wish I would have asked that question a lot sooner in my life. Man, my voice keeps fluctuating. I also keep forgetting that I have this mic. So maybe you're forgetting something, that you have something. You have something already that would be beneficial in what you're doing, you're going after. Maybe you just can't see it. Look, I can't see it because it's not even in my peripheral vision. I have to actually look down. It's my blind spot. Something's in your blind spot. Hold on. It could work. It could work. What's in their blind spot? And that. I'm sorry. I'm looking around for decks. I mean, I'm going for it. So I'm guessing this is it. Again, I'm learning to trust and allow, even when I'm like, what? I don't know. It's not a no. It's just that I don't know, which is actually a good place to be because it means you're open and that you don't have a set concrete belief in a rigid growth system. You don't want that. You want to be able to detach and let go and evolve. Your truths, if you allow it, will constantly evolve, which is ascension and consciousness. It's the new way of being, and it's beautiful. I'm like, I'm not taking all of those relationships. 7th house relationship. 45. Somebody could be 45. Breaks down to a 9. This is a 6. We already have multiples of 3. So 3 and 9. Yeah, for somebody, for some of you, there's somebody coming in. They might be part of your path. We're going to pull some more to get clarification. Wow, something's going on with somebody's head. I felt something like come up behind me, and then there was like a whoosh from the front. 2022 and 2023. Something could have happened in 2022 and 2023 of significance. Yeah, I lost it. I was trying to remember my question. Man, I'm like dipping in and out of too many possibilities. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I don't even know if I'm going to post this, to be honest. I might just start a diary or journal to do this to myself. I don't know. I mean, this isn't for me. You know, I wasn't pulled to do this because I did my stuff earlier. I do mine earlier in the day to get my messages. Okay, interesting. Nurture your relationships rather than test them. Consider each partnership to be a tree you plant. That seed may have been planted in the fifth house with an idea or a twinkle in the eye. Leo energy. Now you have a sapling with potential. Don't construct a tree house on that sapling. It can't it can't yet bear the weight. Instead of crushing it with expectations, nurture and protect it. I feel like this is relating to this person or this relationship that could be coming into your life, whether it's spirit or somebody else. It needs nurturing and a different approach. This can also be related to a business partner or something, or a marriage or open for. Yeah, or advisors or something. In any relationship, there are three involved: you, your partner, and that tree. The relationship itself all have needs that must be honored equally. Make compromise for the sake of the relationship, not necessarily for the other person. Nurture that sapling, keep it safe from predators, and nurture or nourish its roots until it becomes a tree strong enough to lean on. Ooh, it might be going a little, taking something a little too seriously, maybe. Like, you have help on the way. You don't need to worry, okay? I feel like Spirit is warning somebody about their energy before this person comes in, or before this other energy, this helper, this serpent, this snake that you actually healed. And they're coming to return the favor. Now, are you going to work from a hurt area and what they did to you? I feel like, again, tests, we're always being tested. But you don't always have to look at it so seriously like it is a test. It's more of just an acknowledgement, like, and if you can even become aware of it when you're in the moment, that's a huge deal. That's a big deal. But compassion, stillness, gentleness, being aware, yes, go through your shadow questions, deep questions. What did my last relationships reflect? What theme did they all present? Because it needs to be brought to the light. When it's brought to the light, it's going to be integrated and transmuted into light. It's hugging your shadow self and saying, hey, I see you and I understand why you're that way. But we can be better. We can heal. We can give you, we can allow ourselves to love ourselves and accept love and be receiving of that love and that help, whatever it is for you, whether it's business, love, or friends, home, you have help on the way. And it's not from who you think it's going to be from. Okay? And be okay with that because you're getting it, right? If you complain, it can be, if we don't show gratitude and appreciation for the things that we receive and we have and experiences, that's why we stay in the present moment. We revel in it. We just, in it because those moments are fleeting. Okay? Moments are fleeting. Also, somebody could be getting locked up because it did reference somebody getting locked up. I don't know if that's a side note or I don't know. Clarify your expectations with curiosity and flexibility. If you are offered a business partnership, read the fine print. Unpack your baggage. The cultural assumptions and family patterns that inform your concept of partnership, move past who is right and who is wrong, and develop a fresh understanding. Partnership for work or love may look easier if you come from the same background, but the more diversity you bring to the table, the more resilient the relationship can be. Oh, yeah. Agree to contribute equally and celebrate your differences. Absolutely. Those are the relationships that are worth it. You get to share knowledge, experience, things you're into. It opens up a whole doorway as long as those people are truthful and honest. That is what builds good foundations with relationships, which represents sustainability. They will have a firm foundation that will be unwavering. No gossip, no these little low frequencies and tests and demons and blah blah blah, that want to come in and yeah, some people just don't want to change is what I'm going to say about what I was implying. You can, I know people can be like, oh, you should help them and have compassion and kindness. No, some people you can be as nice and polite to, bend over backwards for. They don't like themselves, so they're pushing people's buttons until they yell at them, tell them, whatever, like names and blah blah blah. I'm just saying, like, it's best to just focus on yourself and understand yourself because you will get so caught up and tangled in other people's energies, and you have no idea what they have going on. They may look all put together on the outside. On the inside, no. No, 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 no. Do not judge a book by its cover or what society has labeled as put together. They have no idea. They have no idea. Challenge. When you are working in tandem in love or in business, it can be tempting to either give your power away to your partner or take over theirs. An unbalanced relationship can become untenable. Gift. Fertilize the ground of your partnership. Feed your partnership with romantic moments and fair and honorable arrangements. When you are fascinated by the spirit of another, they can become fascinated with you. But only if you feel you deserve it and you're worthy. Otherwise, you'll self-sabotage. So, spirit is like, hey, check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you're calling something in. Spirit wants something identified first. What is it? It's going to be different for everybody. So thank you, Spirit. This is very interesting, actually. The way that this is coming out. Ascended entrance. Yeah, somebody is coming into your life. Ascended entrance. Where's your ascended at? You know you're rising into your ascended, right? Create a doorway, create an entrance that's loving and nurturing. Sorry. 3101. Yeah, I gotta. Also, musical notes. Oh, what was it called? Quivers with the two dots. Something about that. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna see it, or you've been seeing it, or something about music. And then snapping fingers creates you're creating an energy of presence. It's also linked to Loki. But I know that Loki can be very beneficial too. But yeah, maybe you're snapping. Have you been snapping? Put that finger. How does it feel? It's also a mindfulness practice because it brings you, okay. What it just said. Yeah, it brings you into the now moment, the here and the now. 3213. Okay. I do apologize for that. I keep forgetting that I have this microphone on. I wonder if I've been like yelling. Are you a fairy? Have you been playing with fairies? By the way, do not expect this to be a romantic relationship, okay? Give things space to breathe. Like, especially because if you're all like, oh yeah, I want this relationship, they're coming back and they're healed, nah. If that is the situation, you're just going to repel them. Even if they thought that they were interested in you, they're not going to. It's not going to remain that way. It's not going to be sustainable. You have to be so totally, completely okay in your own energy and loving and like self-generating of your own loving abundance of life, of yourself. That's why detoxing and getting away from energies and people that you just don't resonate with. If it's not like them, if they don't completely empower you, uplift you, if they don't add value to your life, why would you keep them around? And I know people are going to be like, oh, but I don't want to be alone. Then I don't know what to say to you. You're missing out on a lot. Restoration. Yeah. There's a restoration happening within your 7th house of relationship. Something that's being healed. Something you're going to be shown. Maybe some kind of loyalty. Yeah, you're going to see that you have help. There's some kind of loyalty. Oh my God, the white fox, the 9-tailed fox. That's so awesome. I was just looking at this earlier and I was counting it and I was like, 9 tails. There's one in the middle. And I made a sigil with 9-pointed star because I recently joined the Baha'i Faith community and I've been tinkering in that. If you've been following my channel, maybe you know that I get bounced around wherever I'm led, like Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, Christian Science, Mormons, all over the place. And it's like they all have a piece of the puzzle. So, come on. I was doing so good. North, south, east, and west. So you're working with 4 directions, the cardinal directions, maybe. Elementals. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's an 8-point star. That's going to be a 9 one. I was like, what? Yeah. Definitely in your shadow side because there's only the moon here in this restoration. Right above her head. Very, very tiny, but there's a little crescent right up there. Man, I don't know if I can keep doing this video. Lay the foundation, guys. Come on. Yep, you see it. Lay the foundation. You want your relationships to have a very sturdy foundation. But that takes time. It takes dedication and consistency. And you check in yourself. Are you working from a trauma area, a wounded area? Anything you attract, if this isn't healed, and don't think, oh, well, they'll come in my life, and if they really love me, then no, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you realize that, the sooner you realize that, the sooner you will realize that. Sorry, I got stuck in a little loop there for a second. You're gonna realize that you were self-sabotaging. Your subconscious, the part that was unhealed, was coming out in another way to sabotage the relationship because you, most of the time, not feeling deserving or worthy of the relationship because something isn't healed. Most of the time. Not all of the time. Most of the time. So, restoration is in order. Yeah, call on these energies. I feel like elementals are working with somebody very strongly right now. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Oh, wow, that's the very first one. Yeah, my nose, guys. I really don't like it when I don't number it. It makes it so difficult to find it. All right, hold on. By the way, check out my new baby. He just glitters. Not everything that glitters is gold, guys. Okay, enough of that. Razzle dazzle, and my ear just popped. The Huli Jing of Chinese folklore are fox spirits whose shape-shifting powers grow stronger as they age. Growing stronger with every day that passes. Affirm that. with resonance in Japan and Korea as the Kitsune and the Kumio, respectively. The Huli Jing most often take the form of young women who lure men to death using powers of seduction. I'm immediately drawn to siren energy. So lustful energy. Okay, hold on. That's not everything. In order to stay immortal, the Holing feed on human life. Older Holing Jin could shapeshift into men and women, old and young. When this card is drawn, beware of where and to whom you devote your energy. There are things in life that might appear attractive or even sexy, but they may not be the best option for you. If you're feeling drained or depleted, don't ignore it. Consider what is making you feel that way and take a step back if you need to. Lean on old comforts and people you know you can trust for restoration. Clear as day. This message is clear as day. Who have you been attracting into your life? Notice the patterns. Keep a journal. What irritates you about them? Because whatever irritates you about them irritates you because it's a part of you that you need to heal. Now, from what aspect of that, I do not know. I don't know your personal story. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm getting a little self-conscious about this now. Let's see what, I'm excited. I'm like super into this north, south, east, and west card and see what that has to say. We'll pull a couple tarot and then we'll get you a virtue card and we'll close this out to see what virtue is coming in to assist you or which virtue you're not working with. It depends on if it's a reversal or not. So I like this, spirit. I really like this. I like how this came together. So whoever this is for, don't get discouraged. Like, nobody really likes to hear messages. Like, if you pull cards, you know, like, if a card comes out that you're like, it's like, oh, let me put that back in the deck. The thing is when the day comes that you're like, no, I'm going to face it. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to acceptance. You know, we don't want to create delusions and illusions to make ourselves more comfortable. I want to see the truth. Truth to all lies. I see through all illusions. Affirm that. Oh, I don't have a bell. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this much longer. We're already 43:31. Ooh, it's about to be 43:34. Angel number. Scorpio, investigate. Come on. Use those investigative skills. I don't even know why I picked that up. Yeah. Don't let yourself get distracted. I just got distracted by this sexy energy. It's a test. It's that foxy siren energy. Look at your habits. Look at the people you've been attracting into your life. You are a magnet. When we change our internal world, our external has no other choice but to shift as well. Just like when something external happens to us, it shifts our internal. So, yeah, I'm getting that if this is the test you're going through, you're definitely going to be tested when it comes to surface level, what looks good on the outside Again, we have the snake coming back. Something is not as it appears. Something's either going to seem like, like this does not seem like it's going to be a good idea, but it actually is going to be. And then something else that's like, oh my God, this looks like such a good opportunity and exactly what I wanted. But it's not. It's not. You think it's what you want, but it's not. Okay, enough of that. According to the legends of Norse mythology, the gods created Earth by killing a giant named Orgamil or Gelmir and fashioning his body into Midgard, also known as the home of mankind, or the world as we know it today. His blood became our rivers and lakes, his flesh our land, his bones our mountains and rocks. His skull became the dome of the heavens, upheld by, what? Nornori, Sisori, Ostri, and Vestri, which is north, south, east, and west. 4 dwarves who guard the cardinal directions. Without these fairies, the sky would surely collapse. Does anybody else see all these patterns? We all believe it's all like the same thing. Like, if you trace it back, the origins, it's like, come on, guys, these are dwarves. We've got other stories that talk about the same thing. We're all talking about the same thing. We're all the blind monks describing the elephant. Different parts of the elephant, different perspectives. We're supposed to have different perspectives. That's what makes this amazing. It's the diversity. When this card is drawn, you might be feeling lost and in need of some direction. Call on these fairies for support. Remember that it's okay to be at the exploring stage of a career, a relationship, a project, and to not have all the answers yet. Give yourself to the unknown. Like our Earth long ago, you too must start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Don't keep ignoring this. It's time to restore this part of you. And if you don't know what it is, call it in. If this is something that you really want, if you really want, relationships, friendships, sustainable bonds, this needs to be addressed. It has to be addressed. Otherwise, you're just going to keep cycling through hurtful situations and it gets harder and harder to bounce back from them. Okay? Let's change our frequency so we can, Spirit will send us blessings that are for us because we'll be at a stage of frequency, an energy of allowing it to come in and be healed enough to not end up pushing it away. Okay? And this is some energy. I feel like like bubbly in my head. I don't know. It's funny. Okay, I am going to pull a couple tarot. Yes, that is the rules, right? And if you're telling me that, Spirit, that means it's significant for some reason. You don't just say that for no reason. Interesting. I've been meaning to do spiritual readings, like more in-depth decoding, picking up on signs and synchronicities in the ethers right now, like that are accessible in this moment in time, and then also karmic reads. So like more people that are still like dealing with cords and ties to karmic lessons and cycles that are still trying to get closed out. Yeah. Because it does. It happens. It happens to all of us. You know, if we end up creating a verbal contract, signing something with our energetic signature, you know, if we don't hold those things up, then it siphons energy from us. We feel guilty and low and blah, blah, blah. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Can I get something with the Seven of Pentacles? Somebody's been resisting this for a long time. We have the Tower in reverse. We also have, you know, Seven of Pentacles, Tower in reverse. Let me get one more before I say any more. Six of Pentacles. Are you clingy? Do you like to overgive? Suffocate? Wow. Yeah. Neediness, clinginess. That just looks thirsty. And that will repel energies. They'll just use you and like, yeah. It almost looks like somebody has been putting in work. For this not to change what they're getting. But I feel like that's false evidence appearing real. I feel like somebody, it's comfortable. Something is comfortable. Like, oh yeah, this is homey. Let's bake some bread and muffins and stuff. The more we resist this change, though, it's just going to come knocking on our door externally. Because we're still calling it in. That's still the lesson we need to learn. If we wait too long, it'll show up. It'll show up, and you don't want what's meant, you know, your blessings and stuff and things to come into your life, and then you're not even ready. You're not at a level to sustain it and keep that energy, you know, because what happens? You get in a relationship or create a friendship, a really close friendship, or a business partner, or whatever it is, and then it doesn't work out. Are you going to let it make you fall and crumble? Like, we have to be so unwavering and so in love with ourselves that no matter what happens, we know that we got us. I got me, and I know Spirit's got me, and I'm in good communication. I'm doing what I need to do to protect my energy, make sure I'm continuing to not inflict energetic harm on others. You know, if we can't say something nice to people, let's at least not hurt them more. Okay? Yeah, something's not complete. So Three of Pentacles in reverse. There's a misalignment somewhere. We're gonna find some. Yeah. Okay. Oh, something else fell out. Somebody's emotions run very deep. You could resonate with being an empath or a Hoeka. Okay, guys, I really don't even want to post this now. But you know what? I also just don't care. I really don't. I'd rather be able to look back on these at some point. Anyway. Sideways. Nine of Pentacles. The challenge. Definitely a challenge. to be building something or doing something all by yourself. Yeah, there's something hidden and it's waiting for you. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, but the moon is here. It's hidden. Hidden. Yeah, your shadow is holding something. The moon cycle could be very significant for somebody here. Like, don't you see this sign? Don't you see this right in front of you? We have your blessings. We have what you asked for. We need you to look at your 7th house. Libra energy. You have somebody coming in that you healed in the past, or an energy. Ooh, I don't want to complicate things, but it could be from a past life. But it could be from a past life and it's repeating in this life. Ooh, ask for spirit to show you what you need to know. Ask and you shall receive. You guys just stay in the moment. Stay present. Sit with this energy. If you're being forced to be cooped up like he was, what's his name? Asclepius was. Utilize this time while you're sitting in that cage waiting to be rescued by somebody that you don't even expect. That's the crazy part. That's how spirit loves to work. It's never going to be how you actually expect it to be. That's why you have to be open and flowy in order to actually get to these levels, to have these experiences. Strength, and it takes a lot of strength and compassion and self-reflection and looking at ourselves and checking ourselves. I'm guessing, I don't know, 12:07 could be significant. Holy crap, it's really late. I need to get off here. Yeah, even my tab was like, hey, yo, do you not even know what time it is? No, I do not. Okay. But these people, these viewers, if they are still watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Consider pushing like and subscribing. Okay. Give me something. I want to know how they're going to know what this siren, vixen, foxy energy is going to be. It's the Four of Pentacles in reverse, but I was getting like somebody could be giving out money. I mean, Four of Pentacles talks about like possession, like being possessive, or also being grounded, or being very like greedy, like very like, oh my god, this is my stuff. It's in reverse. They could end up giving something away. Oh my god. And then the Ten of Wands wanted to just flip out. You could end up working and they're giving something out. I see somebody being very overworked though. Calling things. I do know that this isn't working because I keep getting a tickle in my throat. He wasn't doing this before, but all right, guys. So quit resisting this change because it's going to keep knocking on your door. And this is the energy to allow it to flow. Ask the questions, journal it. If you're finding it difficult, that is what's going to help push you through it. It's magic. It's amazing how just speaking and writing things out is magic, and how very few people actually do it. I get it. There's a block. It creates a block. I am going to pull one of these virtue cards, like I said, and then I might actually pull a couple from my deck since it's up here. Holy crap, I've been on here for an hour. Playfulness. I threw it down, but then it spun around. Pieces. You're putting the pieces together. And finding playfulness is very key to this. Childlike wonder, 10107 or 17. Find ways to incorporate playfulness, laughter, make it not a big deal. No. Like kids, don't cling on to the suffering, the pain, the hurt of past relationships and things you have went through. It is not you. Heal it. Accept what happened. Heal it by visualizing what you wish would have happened, or how you wish it would have been handled, or how you would have handled it knowing what you know now. That's another form of healing a timeline. So if playfulness is in reverse, it is telling you your life has become too stressful. Never be too busy to play. It is time to play, and your burdens will become lighter. Playfulness reminds us that life is a gift. Ashe. Life is such a beautiful gift. We hit the lottery. We may not remember it as clearly as we will one day, or did, but we will. I know it's confusing, but yeah, life is a gift, but it can become difficult with too much worry and hardship. When we remember to play, life can be cherished again. Playfulness is one of the most cherished virtues. If playfulness has shown up in your cards, you are being blessed for your hard work and reminded to enjoy a moment of play. In a life filled with memories, allow yourself to make this a joyful one. The excitement of being alive is yours. So I read the reversed and the upright because it came out reversed, but it slowly swirled in a circle and went into the upright position. So that for me is that you're experiencing the highs and lows of some energy right now, which is expected. You know, even with learning, we take a step forward, 2 steps back, 10 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like it's an ebb and flow, and we cannot be hard on ourselves. Be playful with this energy. You're healing something, you're restoring something, you have help on the way. There's also help on the other side, but there is a relationship, a friendship, relationship, a business ship. Something is coming in because you asked for help, but where you thought it was coming from is not where it's going to come from. So be open. I'm going to leave it there. I love you. The universe loves you. Everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time, guys. Peace.